Is this weird being like, you've never acted before, now you're gonna be on a cinema screen?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm not looking forward to like my face being blown up to like more than 100 inches. The reaction I don't want to hear is just like, ew.
So as a business, we had just purchased the new Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K Pro, and I hadn't really had a chance to play with it yet. So I was going to do one of those very generic camera tests where you film the leaves and you film a park. Fortunately for me, the park that is 2 minutes away from my house and 5 minutes from the major city of Perth was completely flooded, and it looked like the Northern Territory.
We were just going to shoot a stupid little comedy skit. We walked out here and went, it's all flooded. And it looks amazing, so why not shoot a crocodile film? Because Australia.
Super cinematic, black water. You can't really buy a location like this, you know?
And as soon as we got there, I just went, Luke, your clothes perfectly match this environment. It all looks very cinematic when you're on camera. Can you go down there and bend in front of the water and act like you're being attacked by a crocodile? As soon as we started capturing it, we were like, hey, we've kind of got something here. Like, this is actually looking pretty good. So on the spot, we kind of winged a little bit of dialogue about a phone call, and we just made a really small little sample film. And to be honest, I was like really happy with it. I've done a lot of short films and I kind of liked this little sample more than half the short films that I had made. But I think I got a little bit too preciously attached to that, because as soon as I showed it to Matt was like, this is fantastic, we need to add more to it, we need to add some pre-scenes, we need to do this. And at that time, I got to be honest, I wasn't really ready to hear that. And I think that's something as an artist that can get a little bit tricky for us, is where's the balance between creativity and business? I think I was a little bit so burnt out on the business. It was nice to just have something creative again that wasn't touched or mucked around with. It was just something for me. But Matt was right. It actually was a really good product that we could evolve into something bigger. So after a little bit of convincing and him putting up with my whining for a little bit, I finally saw the light and I kind of got out of my own little self-indulgence and went, he is right, there is something fantastic here.
So after we had some discussion about what the story would entail, we retroactively built a script around a short scene that Ryan had shot. We kind of erred on the side of, well, no, it'd be more interesting if he was there for a purpose beyond just, I'm taking pretty pictures. So he's looking for some people who went missing. Maybe we'll find out who those people are in later films. And we knew we could shoot it in a day. So after some thought on who we could cast, we approached friends and people who we'd been wanting to collaborate with for a while.
And within about 2 or 3 weeks, we had Tristan, which was Matthew's housemate, who'd also never acted before.
What roles have you got lined up next?
Me?
We had Matthew Parkins, who did an amazing job, and Josh, who we've worked with on a whole heap of our own projects.
Experience going, champ?
Oh, I'm having a beautiful time.
The one thing that really helped, though, we also had Andrea Lim on set, who helped with our special effects makeup and props and made sure that Luke looked dirty and scary and the costumes looked well. The severed hand bit at the end was Andrea putting makeup on a very cheap plastic $2 hand, and it actually read really well on camera.
That's fucking disgusting.
The shoot on the day was really easy. Ryan had gone and done a location recce of the place in advance and figured exactly where he wanted to put certain shoots. And the really great thing about the location was that it was so biodiverse. There were so many different locations that looked different. And that was really important for us. We had wetlands, we had paperbark marsh, we had like a nice weeping willow style tunnel area. It was really great, and it's amazing to see how much you could actually wring out of a location, especially when it's somewhere that's located in the middle of a city.
The most important part of the creative process for Everything Will Kill You, I think, is trying new skills that our team hasn't tried before. So this is a great environment to make something fun, contained, but each film we want to make sure we're challenging ourselves with something, a new effect, a new way of working with actors, a new way of working with a camera. So one of my big pet peeves with a lot of like the creature features and stuff like that is that the animals usually look really cheesy or overly 3D. So with this, I wanted to just see what I could do by myself. So that meant working with stock footage and then layering different elements on top of each other. So having a crocodile from another piece of water, from another bit of stock footage, and putting that into the scene so it looked like Luke was directly interacting with it. It worked quite seamlessly. Like every time I've seen people watch that, they all go, hey, and they get excited about it. We did have a little bit of CG crocodile in there, but it was just a little bit to have some snapping on the legs and stuff like that. And I wanted it to be very minimal, but just enough to glue the shots together. The last special effects shot that was really in there was the severed hand at the end. We did that by just using 2 shots. We had Luke lay down there with his actual hand and just kind of move it a little bit. And then we got him out of the shot and got a clean plate. Same sort of thing, cropped that image into the blank image. But I did get like a little chunk of meat. It was just like literally a porterhouse steak, and took a photo of it and cut it out so it looked like there was some severed meat on the end of the head.
Working with Luke was really interesting. Luke is a first-time actor.
I don't know how to do any Fortnite dance. That's how I floss.
He did some amazing work. Like, he had his lines down. I don't know if he was necessarily prepared to be dragged along the ground to simulate a croc attack.
I got to admit, one of the funniest parts of the day was Tristan very enthusiastically dragging Luke across the floor as a crocodile. He got yeeted out of that shot so quick, and I laugh at it every time I watch it. Almost as much as I laugh at Luke acting like he was being attacked the first time, because he just looked like a toddler rolling on the floor. But he was a first-time actor, so we cut him a little bit of slack, but it's funny.
Oh, hey, guy.
Hey, I'm Luke, and I'm the lead in Everything Will Kill You. Not sure why.
Are you actually excited about it though?
Yeah, pretty excited. It'll be interesting. Interesting's more the word. Yeah, we'll see.
So how did we end up in the cinemas? Simple. We entered film competitions, and we were very lucky to be picked up by the Revelation Film Festival in Perth. It was really cool to see our work up on the big screen for two reasons. One, it reassured that there was no mistakes, because technically it was running smoothly, the footage looked great, the sound was fantastic, but it's a great place to notice when anything's not quite working the way you want because you're on legitimate equipment. The second, getting a crowd reaction. There's nothing more important than that. We've been very lucky that with a lot of our films, we've got a bit of attention on YouTube, which is awesome, but a one-on-one viewing on a laptop screen or a phone screen is nothing compared to a room full of people reacting to your work. I think the real takeaway from this whole project was, from a small test shoot, we ended up in cinemas. We never would have seen that coming. So my advice, always be making stuff, always be creating, because you never know what step that will take you to next.